everybody, and today we'll be talking about Wizards Beyond Waverly Plays. Now this is a spoiler review, so we're going to have a lot of fun time, guys. Okay, so anyway, recently, or maybe like a while ago, no, recently, sorry, they just announced Season 2. Oh boy, I'm so excited. As well, I mean, we'll talk about it, why it deserves a Season 2. Like, I think it's really cool. And this show, like I said, is so good. So go check it out to support Season 2 coming out as well. So yeah, so on Instagram they announced Season 2 straight away with a really cool nod to the original Wizards of Waverly Place as well, which I thought was a clever idea as well. So they're in production, I think, right now, but the release date, the release thing, got me a bit not excited. So let me explain. So yeah, so Season 2 is coming. So yeah, so because obviously they're on Instagram, of course, as well, and they're on Instagram, the official Wizards Beyond Waverly Place official page. They're on Instagram, and they commented. They like to comment to people. Let's just say that. So yeah, so they commented to this person saying oh wait, Season 2 coming out, and they did say they don't actually know yet, but they said that might come out this year, either in September or October 2025. Wait a minute. Season 1 hasn't been able to, breathe, because usually sometimes when a show or movie or a sequel gets released, usually they give them room to breathe and have some space. This isn't the case. So we'll see what they decide to do. I hope this doesn't come out this year, because it kind of worries me that this show is inexpensive to make, which means cheap to make. So I'm hoping that's not the case with the show, because that'd be really unfortunate if that was the case as well. Let's make a Season 2. It didn't cost anything. So yeah, so hopefully that's not the case, but I'm worried about that as well when they decide to. I think they're, like I said, they're in production right now as they speak. So we'll see what they decide to do with this as well. Also, I do kind of worry because the actors who play Billie, Ryder, Milo, and Winter have not changed, and I do kind of worry about that. We'll explain why that is as well. I do think they need to grow up a little bit in Season 2, because it would give people more joy if they did. Because I think now they're still very young, of course. They're only in their 13s as well. Well, I don't know about the actor who plays Milo, but yeah. But I do think they need to grow up a little bit more. We'll discuss that why that is later on. Like a Raven Time, this is a good example. Raven Time, the actor who played Booker, had a big growth spurt in some of the later on in the seasons, and you can kind of see that he's maturing and growing up more. And the actor who plays Levi has been this height ever since. He had a little bit of growth spurt later on in the seasons, but not a lot. So he's next to this actor who's twice his size. Oh my god, that's embarrassing as well. So hopefully they have a little bit of a growth spurt, these actors. I'm hoping they do, because it kind of makes sense. Because if they stay the same in Season 2, then I'm kind of worried that it's going to be like a kid's program, if you get what I mean. But we'll see what they decide to do with this as well. So yeah, so let's talk about what happened. So yeah, so in the early episodes, in part 1, we'll say, in the early episodes, obviously, Billie, we get this big thing that kind of wraps up at the end of Season 1, of course. So yeah, so that's a big factor for Season 2 as well, which was, I think they will discover that more in Season 2. We'll see. I think they should. Yeah. Yeah, they are doing. I think they will discover more in Season 2, because that's a big thing that happened in Season 1 as well. And also, yeah, so it's this wizard, named Morphia Merkshadow. That's an interesting name. A good villain name as well. So she's after Billie. So obviously she's been hired to get Billie, and obviously she disguised herself as one of the wizards who's come to, test Billie's magical abilities, shall I say. And she then reveals herself to be her, basically. And then she, captures Justin, Billie, Ryman, and the wizard as well. One of the professors as well that has come to, test Billie as well. So that's what happened. So yeah, so later on, she gets locked up. She gets defeated, of course, by the Russos, of course. So yeah, so later on she gets locked up, and we see this cloaked figure I'm not sure who that is. We'll discuss later on who that is. I'm curious to see what you think of the reveal. To me personally, I don't think they should have revealed the character so soon in season 1. I think they should have held it out a bit more. But I think they kind of needed the push and the oomph for people to watch the show. But yes, go watch the show. We've got a big reveal. So maybe they needed something to be part of the season as well. So yeah, so I'm curious to see who you think about this reveal as well. Very curious to see your thoughts on it as well. So yeah, this person, so Morphia was hired to get Billie by this person who really wants Billie for some reason in this cloaked figure, okay? So yeah, so as villains do, he vanquishes his sidekick as well, because villains do that, unfortunately. So he does that, and we're like, who is this cloaked villain? Because later on he appears one of the episodes where Winter and Billie go into like a dark box, basically, and we kind of see him there as well. Like, who is that cloaked figure? Who is that cloaked figure? Like, we're all curious, like, who is that? Who is that? More on that later on in this review as well. So put a pin in that for now as well. So yeah, so Billie finds this red amulet, okay, because she was going on a quest for her birthday, but it turns out it wasn't the actual quest that she was supposed to go on, so that's also very interesting as well. So yeah, so that necklace, the amulet that she has, kind of reminds me of like what Alex had. That boyfriend, yes, werewolf boyfriend. So yeah, so that's the amulet that the werewolf gave to her, because it kind of like shows her feelings and stuff. It kind of glows, and also this amulet that Billie possesses also glows as well. So I like the correlation. I kind of like the throwback to that. So oh yeah, I love the correlation. I love that idea for you guys. So I think that's a really cool callback as well, because she did have that amulet on, when she met because he gave that to her as a gift. So yeah, so I thought that was very interesting callback to that as well. So so Billie, finds out they go back to the wizard world in one episode, which I love. I'm like, oh yes, we're back in the wizarding world. I love it. They do that a couple of times in some of the later episodes, which I enjoy as well. So yeah, so she goes back to the wizard world, and she finds this, like frame with a plaque on it, and then the plaque reveals herself that she'll be the one to destroy the wizard world. Oh, that's very interesting. Hopefully they continue that in season 2. I think they would, because it's such a big cliffhanger to put us on as well. So I think it's very interesting as well. So yeah, so then knowing that, she's like, I need to know why that is. She's trying to figure out why that is. Like, why is she the one that needs to destroy the wizard world? So that's also interesting. I don't know if this prophecy is true or not, because it's a prophecy. So obviously prophecies can be changed. So I'm not sure why that prophecy is true. We'll find out in season 2 what it is as well. So yeah, so she tries to find out, what's going on, like why is this happening? And then, she kind of starts to feel anxious about her powers, as she stops using her powers. She stops using her magic as well, because of the prophecy as well. And she's kind of a bit anxious. And there's one scene in particular where she's kind of walking down the corridor, and she's kind of like got her hands like this, and she's walking very slowly. She's kind of anxious of what she could do now. She does use magic. Is she a danger to herself? Is she a danger to Is she a danger to the family? I think in some regards she might be, but that's not the case. So then, she overhears Roman and Winter talk about her, and then she kind of, decides to pack up and leave. She did that in season 1 as well. To a degree as well. She's a runaway kid as well. So she runs away again by portal. Oh, I love that. I like that VFX on that portal. Oh, that's fantastic. So she goes in, and then Roman comes, and then Roman goes after her. So I'm like, oh, cool. It's interesting, because I didn't know if wizards could, transport themselves. I guess they have to, because they're wizards, right? But transporting by portal is, oh my god, that's a really good idea. I love that idea so much. So she just, whoop, with a switch of a wand, she just, transported herself. So I think it's very interesting. And you can walk through it as well. So, oh, that's cool. I love the effects of that as well. So Roman, goes after Billie, then they catch up with Billie, and Roman says something very interesting. I'm curious to see what you think about this. So Roman says, why did you run away? Why did you go? And, he says that family sticks together, you know, and Russos, you know, stick together. And then she says to Roman, she's like, she's not a Russo. So in Billie's mind, she kind of thinks she's not part of the family, just because she's not a Russo. So that kind of, you know, goes back, so that kind of goes back to later on, nearly towards the ending of the episode, where she says, I am a Russo. I'm like, oh, that's a fantastic callback. I love it. Because she was like, she's not a Russo. Like, she's not part of the family. She's not blood, technically. So, yeah, so she's adopted. I could say that she's adopted, but, you know, she's not by blood. Like, she doesn't feel like she's a Russo. She just feels like an outcast or misfit, of course, as people do as well. So she doesn't feel like she's part of the family, but she said she is a Russo, and I'm like, oh, I love that so much for Billie. Oh, that's fantastic. I love the callback too. Like, at first she's like, she's not a Russo, but she standing with her family saying she is a Russo. And I like how, like, all the Russos sort of, like, you know, stand up for Billie, which I love. Like, they're like, if you want to get to Billie, you have to go through us. They're like, oh, that's so cool. Family is stronger than any magical power in the earth. So I freaking love that message. It's a really good message as well. So yeah, so anyway, so we're all wondering who is this cloaked villain, okay? Because we talked about that a bit later on. So yeah, so the villain, the reveal, oh, it's so good. The reveal is so good. So this is Silas Evil Lady, okay? So there's a Silas Evil Lady who is the son of, get this, Dr. Evil Lady, which was played by Octavia Spencer for Wizards Waverly Plays. Oh my god, that's such a callback. Oh my goodness. I wonder if she will return. I'm guessing that's a boy, because Selena Gomez has a celebrity connection, so maybe she could ask Octavia Spencer. I think that's what they alluded to. Maybe she'll come back, because it's obviously not the end of this, as well, as we'll discuss a little bit later on in this video as well. So yeah, so I wonder if she'll come back. I love Octavia Spencer as well. She was the one that wanted Justin's powers, remember? In that one particular episode, or part 2 episode of that. So she was the one that wanted Justin's powers. So obviously, Silas wants Billie's power for something. So we know what his plan is. So his plan is to put her in this weird tube feed to get rid of her powers. So he could get his mother, who was in the amulet, and that's why I'm guessing why. And I'm guessing the reason why I'm glorious is because she's stuck inside the amulet that Billie possesses. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, so his plan is to drain Billie's powers so he can get his mum back from the amulet. Because apparently they said something like, oh, we tried, putting her in jail, it didn't work, she's scared, and then we decided to put her in this amulet. So maybe that's what happened, okay? So she's stuck inside the amulet. So he wants his mum to come back from the amulet, which I think is a very interesting plan. Unfortunately, it backfires, which we'll discuss later on, but, if Selena Gomez can get Octavia Spencer back for season 2, we'll see what she decides to do with this as well, because she is an executive producer in this as well. So we'll see what she decides to do. This is a very good idea. I'm curious to see how they put it. Continue in today's video. So I am a girl of autism. As well, I just wanted to make that very clear before you click on to the next video as well. So that's all I've got to say. Please no hate comments in the comment section below. If you have something to say, keep it to yourself, and let's get back into the actual video, shall we? So before we get to this, so Silas Machine's backfires, okay, and he gets trapped in the amulet along with his mother. So obviously that will come back. That'll come back into play, in season 2. So the machine backfires, and then I can't believe how right I was about this. And then Roman and Milo get powers, and they are wizards. Oh my god! I can't believe how right I was for the trailer. To be honest with you, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Because I was going to say, just the wizard, shouldn't Milo and Roman be wizards too? And that's exactly what happened, because the machine kind of hit both of them. Because Roman went out of his way to protect Milo, and they obviously got struck by that machine that Silas had as well. So oh my god, they're wizards! Does that mean we're going to get a wizard family competition happening? Oh, that'd be so cool. I think that's what they alluded to, because Justice says, that's right, the wizard competition. So obviously, we'll see how this goes. So obviously, I think this is the reason why they need to grow up. The actors who play these characters need to grow up a little bit more, Because if you're going to do the wizard competition, then they need to grow up a little bit more, you know, and mature more. And I think it's a really good idea if they do that. But if they are stuck like kids, then I don't see the point of that. So we'll see what they decide to do. But yeah, so they are doing the wizard family competition. So they're obviously going to compete against one another. It's sort of like the original Wizards of Waverly place, where Selena Gomez became Alex Soren was a full wizard, okay, and then Justin kept his powers, and then Max lost his powers. So obviously there's going to be that. It's going to be some correlation as well. I think they'll probably do it differently this time round. I think it's so. We'll see what it's at too. Also, they get new wands too. Oh my god, that's amazing! They get their own wands too. Oh my god, I'm so excited for season 2. Season 2 is going to be very chaotic, like David Henry said in the Instagram video as well, because he said, get ready for season 2. It's going to be chaotic, and I'm sure it is, because if Roman and Milo are wizards now, there's a lot of hijinks and chaos that can happen as well. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, so they get wands, which is very exciting. I'm curious to see what happens in season 2 of this. Obviously, Justin will be not only teaching Billie, but he'll be teaching Roman and Milo. That could be interesting. I'm very curious to see what happens here. I'm very curious. Also, does that mean that Billie, because one of them, I guess, it will probably lose their powers, and because Billie says in the episode, nearly towards the end, she says, does that mean one of us gets to lose their powers? And the professor's like, yes. And now I hope they don't do like an Alex thing where it's like Billie keeps her powers and Roman and Milo don't. I hope they don't do that. Let Milo keep their powers. Maybe Roman. I'm rooting for Roman. Sorry, I love Billie, but I think there's a chance that Roman might be the new family wizard. That could be interesting because Justin never got that. Oh, wouldn't it be interesting if Justin got? Wouldn't it be interesting if Justin pressured Roman into becoming the family wizard? Oh, that could be interesting because Justin never got the chance that he got. So maybe he puts that pressure onto Roman to become the family wizard. And I can see that being the case as well. So we'll see what's going on. Very exciting stuff. But they just got powers, so it's not fair to say, let's give Roman and Milo, what's the word? It's not right to say, let Roman and Milo lose their powers so quickly because they just got them. So I think it would be right if Billie lost her powers. That could be interesting because they did see her in the mortal world and we did see her without magic. But I'm hoping Selena Gomez is smart enough to say, don't do an Alex thing because Alex already won the family wizard competition. It would be nice if a male won for a change. I can see it happening. If they go the same direction, like if Billie keeps her powers and then Roman loses them and then Milo loses them, then what's the point? So we'll see what is going on here. So yeah, so very exciting stuff as well. Curious to see how this all plays out as well. Who is going to keep their powers? We're going to find out. I'm rooting for Roman. I really like Roman. I really love Roman. I'm hoping he keeps the powers. Who do you think should keep the powers? Maybe I'll do a poll on that. I know it's a bit far off still, but yeah, let's have some fun, guys. So yeah. Also, there's nearly towards the end, so we see Bigelow McFiggleheart, who is the professor, because Alex gives her the amulet to hold on to, and obviously she will get possessed by the amulet with those red evil eyes. So obviously she will get possessed, and maybe Dr. Evilini and Silas could come back in season 2. That could be interesting. Octavia, Spencer on the phone right now, Selena Gomez. I could see that happening. So I think season 2 is going to be. Season 2 is going to shape up really well. So we'll see what's going on here. So those are my thoughts on the Wizards Beyond Waverly Place season 2. My spoiler review. What do you think is going to happen? Are you excited for season 2?